This week in real Pirateball.
What's up, everybody? Greg Mercer here with week number 5 of This Week in Real Pirateball. Let's get right into it, shall we? I really don't think that there's another team in the major leagues with such an extreme offensive and pitching split like the Pittsburgh Pirates have.
Darling, I don't know why I go to extremes.
Seems as though every night the starting pitchers get in a highly effective 6 or 7 innings, along with the relievers getting out of jams and keeping the games close. The offense, however, seems to have no ability to create runs no matter what the situation. If the Pirates even had an average offense, they'd be about 4 to 5 games over 500 with their pitching based on the Pythagorean win-loss formula. It's quite frustrating to watch good pitching be wasted game after game, and it really scares me to know that the Pirates have all sorts of pitching prospects, but they have little to nothing in the way of offensive help coming in the minors. The Pirates' parody curse reared its ugly head this week as Eric Bedard had a case of back spasms in his latest start.
Can I do that?
Bedard was removed in the second inning due to the injury, and he's been resting and receiving treatment ever since. Bedard is known league-wide as a good pitcher with a major injury risk, which is why the Pirates were able to acquire him for only $4 million in the offseason. Hopefully Bedard is able to take his turn in the rotation this Tuesday, but if he can't, I'm less concerned than I would be in previous years, as the Pirates seem to have better pitching depth. Brad Lincoln, who is throwing very well right now, is going to step in and fill Bedard's spot on Monday. James McDonald is quickly becoming the James Bond of the Pirates pitching staff. He's been the most steady and smooth contributor in the rotation over the past month. He's allowed 1 run or less in 4 of his last 5 outings, along with 39 strikeouts in 44 2/3 innings this year. McDonald has really harnessed his curveball, and he's getting a lot of swings and misses off of it. Even with all the Ks, McDonald has stated in interviews that he still wants to be a pitch-to-contact type pitcher that gets the ball put in play after 2 or 3 pitches. I'm not exactly sure I agree with this philosophy. Sure, if you're striking batters out, you generally throw more pitches, but hey, if you can keep the batter from having any chance to get on base via the strikeout, I think you take it every time.
I'll allow it.
Shortstop Clint Barmes had yet another tough week at the plate and is currently hitting .161 in 99 at-bats.
Oh, good grief.
Barmes is being paid $5 million this year and was supposed to be offensively and defensively superior to the man he replaced, Ronnie Cedeno. Barmes looks to be yet another declining veteran that GM Neil Huntington has acquired that completely fell off a cliff after joining the Pirates. Well, think about it this way. If the baseball thing doesn't work out for him, he might be able to join another industry. Barmes bears a likeness to an adult entertainer named Johnny Sins, who just happens to be a Pirates fan and Pittsburgh native.
Razor.com.
At the beginning of the year, Twerp watcher J.P. Bucko jokingly called the Pirates' free agent acquisitions the filler bees. As of now, you might say that Barmes and Rod Barajas are sinking in a black and yellow submarine. Well, Neil prides himself on guys who struggle. Brother Nutting pays the fee. Reeking turds of flotsam, Philip B. And now his name is Barmes. He is flailing right in front of me. Reeking turds of flotsam, Philip B. Philip B. Philip B. Philip B. Philip B. This pure turd of flotsam, Philip B. And all the broken-hearted Buck fans jeering in the stands agree they will be a cancer, Philip B. And oh, they will be started and will kill our chances to succeed. They will be a cancer, Philippi, 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 Philippi. They will be a cancer, Philippi. Everybody and their brother has seen the Pirates players flashing a weird gang-like gesture after big hits over the last week or so. The symbol is a reference from the Ashton Kutcher movie, Dude, Where's My Car? During the movie, Kutcher and his buddy, Sean William Scott, encounter a bubble-wrapped wearing cult who follows some guy named Zoltan.
Zoltan!
The Pirates are following the traditions of hand signals that teams like the Brewers and the Angels have used in the past few years as a rallying symbol that even the fans can partake in. It's funny to watch, but when Greg Brown and Steve Blass start to get in on the act, it looks a little bit cheesy. Maybe I should mass produce a bunch of giant hands and sell them at $1 a pop so people can make their own giant Zoltan symbols. I could make millions! Zoltan! I recently watched the movie Moneyball, and while I was watching, I started to think about how it relates to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Billy Beane, GM of the Oakland A's, believed that the on-base percentage stat was the key stat to determine a team's offensive performance. You can't score runs if you don't get on base, so it makes sense to want players that are able to both hit and be patient enough to walk as much as possible.
All we need is just a little patience.
4 of the 6 current division leaders are in the top 5 in the majors in OBP. Sadly, the 2012 Pirates on-base percentage is currently .277, dead last in the majors. The Bucks can't hit, rarely walk, and also use too many sacrifice bunts to advance runners, another part of the game that Billy Beane completely banned from the 2002 A's. In the final analysis, the Bucks do the exact opposite of what a Moneyball team would do on offense. Gee, I wonder why they're the worst offense in baseball. The NL East leading Washington Nationals came to town this week for a 3-game set. Let's look at the highlights using the Greg Mercer Pirates machine. Tuesday's game is definitely an early candidate for Game of the Year. It was a classic pitcher's duel between A.J. Burnett and Edwin Jackson for most of the game, with the Pirates clinging to a small 3-2 lead. The Nats pulled ahead with a 2-run homer in the 9th inning, but with 2 outs and 1 on in the bottom of the 9th, the unthinkable happened. The struggling and much maligned Rod Barajas hit a walk-off homer to give the Pirates a 5-4 victory. It was the first home run of the year for Barajas, and it netted him a shaving cream pie to the face from his battery mate after the game. Wednesday was another close affair that the Pirates won 4-2. Andrew McCutchen stole the show, going 4-for-4 with the home run. The bullpen also came up big, with Jason Grilli and Joel Hanrahan sealing the deal in the 8th and 9th. The Bucks couldn't complete the sweep on Thursday as Steven Strasburg struck out 13 Pirates in a 4-2 loss. Kevin Correa gave up 2 home runs in the 6th, which ultimately sunk the team. The Houston Astros were the Pirates' weekend opponent. Friday's game could end up being the most aggravating loss of the year as the Pirates lost 1-0. James McDonald pitched 8 strong innings, but the Pirates' offense couldn't take advantage of any opportunities presented to them. They failed to score a runner from third with no outs twice, and Josh Harrison was inexplicably picked off first base in the 8th inning, killing any chance for a possible rally. On Saturday, the Pirates won 5-2. Andrew McCutchen is on a major hot streak. He went 4-for-4 again and hit his 3rd home run of the week. He's now hitting in the 340s with a near 900 OPS. The Pirates also won 3-2 on Sunday in dramatic fashion. A.J. Burnett battled Wandy Rodriguez and got through 8 strong innings of work. The Bucks tied the game in the 9th and won it in the 12th on a Clint Barmes double and a Josh Harrison single. Clint Hurdle used his entire bench, including Rod Barajas and Barmes as first baseman during the game. The Pirates scratched and clawed their way to a 5-4 homestand, including 2 fairly improbable wins. The pitching continues to be great, but most of the hitters continue to be incredibly bad. Andrew McCutchen's on fire, but Pedro Alvarez is back to being ice cold. Winning close games is great, but you gotta take it with a grain of salt. 1-run games involve a little bit of luck, and it tends to even itself out over the course of a season. The team will look to take a step forward as they face 7 road games next week, 2 in Miami and Washington, and 3 in Detroit to start the year's interleague schedule. Well, that does it for This Week in Real Pirateball for Week 5. Follow me on Twitter @MercerBoy for my in-game musings, and thanks for watching. I'm Greg Mercer. Later.